Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back part to the ninth part of my Cities Skylines Series Ardes. So in the last one we built our very old looking inner loop and it came pretty well to you and you guys liked it, so we'll definitely build more older stuff like this, but for now I wanted to finish off the first side of this whole power plant because one important thing was missing, the substation. And power plant already, like always in the real world, has a substation due to the fact that they just need a substation, because if you have a power plant you will have a massive load of energy produced per minute or per second actually, and you need to transport it kind of out to the people. And for this one there are different kinds of them. You can use underground cables that are quite efficient and you can see them, and you can use very cheap or about above the land for lower voltage, and for higher voltage you have pretty high catenaries, I think we could call them, and they are very important for the power plant. And I'm actually forgetting in this episode about placing the big ones. I will place them on the other side of this whole thing, trust me. Thanks to Stega for mentioning that on the Discord of Strict Toaster. I haven't answered him there because I wanted to tell it for everyone so that you can just see, yeah, yes, I'm aware of the fact that I forgot it, but I will edit in another video. But I already made all the cinematics and I didn't want to change anything because it is quite time consuming for me to do something kind of this, although to the fact due to the fact that I have to do a lot for school and I want to do more of these videos, although I don't have so much time, so sadly this isn't possible for me to do more than the kind of videos that I'm doing right now. So what you can see me building right now is something very important because we are building our nature reserve park. Why I'm saying it's very important because it isn't something like a main infrastructure like power lines or something like this, because people need some space like this just to chill and get some time off and relax, because actually when there were some studies and some different projects about this, that people can work harder if they are very relaxed and they see a lot of green colors. So this is something that helps us people to just get along with our life. So this was something that I wanted to give my people in my town, just to give them the possibility of just going outside and seeing wonderful plants and seeing the nature, because every time I'm in the nature with my dog I'm completely relaxed, except when my dog is running away. But when he's staying with me it is very good and it is very relaxing for me, so it's actually very nice. Although my dog isn't running away, he's just running very quick ahead and then coming back, but I'm always in a worry that he's just running into a place where he shouldn't run or getting shot by a hunter or something like this, because this would be kind of bad for my dog and for me, so I don't want this to happen. So yes, so this whole nature reserve park is looking very nice and I like how it turned out, because we used these tree clusters again and they're making so great forests. I love them because they aren't just extremely high and they aren't too low, so they have the perfect height so that you can look over them if you go with a camera, but you don't see them over them when you're going as a normal person there. And they are also very good for your FPS, because one for the game it is just one tree, but for us it is about 10 or 15 trees, so this is extremely cool and it is just a very useful mod. So I think it was in a pack with the generic trees if you want to use it, and it is one of the best trees that I ever installed, I think. So as I already mentioned before, we will build a substation today. We will come to this in some minutes, but at first I have to place some power lines there and just get everything in place and getting just a forest in place so that I can just see how it will be getting cut into the future into the forest and getting rid of many trees and stuff like this. So this is something that I definitely wanted to add, and yes, as you can see there, I'm completely flashed by my trees. I love them. It is, oh yeah, yes, it is amazing. And also with some more dirty colors and dirt on the ground, it is looking very realistic and giving the amount of details that is perfect for this area, not too much, not too less, so you have a great view about them, and you also have great FPS when you're looking at them. So for the power lines, I went with some low bushes and grass beneath them, because there wouldn't be trees growing, because they would cut them down because of the danger that would go with it. So this is something that they would definitely do. And as you can see there, I'm planning my street and then placing over the dirt, because I like the dirt detail. It's just like a muddy road, and it isn't just like paved as national road, because this would be very bad. It would also look very bad. You would have just like this one color, and I don't like the fact of just having one color, so I'm using several different ones. And yes, just like for the variation of this whole project, this is something very important that I wanted to do. And yes, so as you can see there, I'm just like removing the concrete beneath it and getting everything in place, and just like thinking how I want to build it. So right now we are very close to the point of placing the real substation building, because we'll place in about 1 minute. And it will also have some different details that I want to show you then there. And there was just like looking for some decals or grables that I could use for a building, and I've then went on with something quite modern. Not too modern, but quite modern, and this is due to the fact that this whole thing looks very new. So this substation was definitely there before the power plant, but not too much before it. So this is actually the thing that I would use for the high voltage things, but there it wouldn't fit in any way. But I've tried it, so yes. It is just like also that I have to download bigger power lines, and this will definitely be done for episode 10, I think, when we will go ahead. I think I will call it for structural upgrades or something like this, because we will finish off a lot of the things that we have to build there. So as you can see there, it is for the tourist buses, but we will just like hide some things there and deleting them, so it looks okay. Actually, I like this building quite a lot, because it is so extremely modern and so extremely old, so it's quite in between, and this looks very good in my opinion. So there I've wanted to get it to go into the building, and to achieve this I had to lower the ground, and then I've had to use some ploppable asphalt and ploppable grass to hide it and get everything to look realistic and not so weirdly shaped from the ground. So first I wanted to use the dirt, but then I've realized this wouldn't look good in any way, and then I've changed it to the grass. And yes, actually, as you can see there, I had some problems with these like pavement style, not pavement, I think tiled ground style it is named, and I had some problems with this, but I fixed it in the end, as you can see there, and just needed to get the dirty decals to look good. So this was another step of procedure that took about 10 minutes, but it's okay. I like how it turned out, and I'm very happy when I can do something like this once again, because it's pretty cool and pretty funny to build something like this. And I actually like to play with heights, so I will have to train this and make this more. Also in the next episode I will do this, so yes. Here right now, actually quite close to the middle of this video, so if you've watched this video until this point and you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you'd consider liking this video and consider subscribing to me. It helps me quite a lot, and if you want to just tell me something about my series, I would appreciate if you do this in the comments. And it also can be a feedback if I'm doing something wrong, or if you think I should do something different. Please tell it to me in the comments. It helps me quite a lot, and I will answer your comment as quickly as possible. And also, just like if it isn't a very good comment, I will mention it in the next episode, and we can talk about what you said there or what you want to have changed for the next episode. So I will right now leave you alone. We will now fence in everything, detail it, and then just like placing in the stuff. There is just one cut that will be in the video that I'm sorry for. It will be on minute 58 I think it's called, so close to 50 minutes, and this is due to the fact that I had a bug, so I'm sorry for this one. It is the only big cut that I have, so I'm sorry. But I think this should be okay. And yes, hopefully all of you have a great day, and hopefully we can see each other in another video of mine. So yes, bye.